everybody, how you doing? Welcome back to That's That Podcast on YouTube. I don't know when this is going up, but at the time when this came out, there was not new comics coming out. Diamond had shut down because of the virus going around and all that shit. So all you got for new comics is what new stuff will be coming out in these 100-page giants from DC. This is Our Fighting Forces, which was a title they had back in the day. I think it ended before I really got into DC. Like, I remember reading some DC War comics in the 70s. I don't remember Our Fighting Force. I remember GI Combat, like Sergeant Rock. I don't remember Our Fighting Forces. But I don't remember it as a kid. Issue 1, $4.99. This is mostly new stuff, and I would not have known about this, but I don't remember if it was either Brian Chrisman, Pants from Comic Geek Speak, I've been on them forever. He was on an episode and mentioned that he's the one that stocks the trading cards and shit at Walmart now. Like, that's a... not done by the store, it's done by like a independent guy. And he's like, I saw comics. And he goes, I think he said I saw Our Fighting Forces #1. Maybe at the same time somebody on another forum mentioned, I was like, hey, I like DC War comics. Let's check this out. So we got here on the cover, we got In the Desert, Under the Sea, Over the Mountains, Across the Sky, Our Fighting Forces. 100-page Our Fighting Forces, John. There's Unknown Soldier, of course. The Unknown Soldier's not dead. Oh, come on. He is one of us. And also featuring Batwoman. Don't know why. Two-Fisted Tales of Combat. New, The Unknown Soldier returns. 8 action-packed adventures. The real-life story of U.S. Excuse me. In partnership with the National Medal of Honor Museum. Sorry about that. My dog gets loud. Okay. In partnership with the National Medal of Honor Museum, the real-life story of a U.S. Army Medal of Honor recipient. And it tells you, I always tell you in the beginning. Okay, we got House Call featuring Unknown Soldier, that is new. Code of Honor featuring Batwoman, that is new. Medal of Honor featuring Batman, that is new. Frozen featuring Skull and Bots. Knife Fight. Alas, Full Measure. Remembering the Leopard featuring George Saint, SAS. And Survival Mode. Alright, so we start off with Dio Precio Letha. This is the Unknown Soldier one, isn't it? Yeah, don't do it. I'm guessing this is Unknown Soldier. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's on the nice paper. Here we go. Christopher Priest is the story. Christopher Moneyham is the art. Ivan Placencia colors. Willie Schreibert. Letters, Liz Eckerson, assistant editor, Kate Kubert, editor. Katie Kubert. Maybe listen to any of the other Kuberts. Good art, looks decent. I have not read this yet, I just got it. I got it in the Swamp Thing, because I've heard DC's canceling all these, so I was like, alright, I've got every other issue of Swamp Thing. I think this is the last one, I'll grab it. Okay, this is the Batwoman story. I guess she served in the military? Okay, I didn't know. Larry Hama, writer, okay, that's kind of cool. Mirko Kolak is the artist. John Calise is the colors. Travis Lanham is the letters. Liz Eckerson's assistant editor. Katie Kubert, editor. And we got our Batman. This is going to be Jim. This is Jim Lee. I can tell by looking at this art. Is this new? Yeah, it is, huh? Jim Lee. Hey, Jim, you can draw this. Where's the rest of Batman? I'm the one. No, it's. Yeah, it is. Okay. Sal Guillen does the story. Brad Meltzer's comic adaptation. Jim Lee's the artist. Scott Williams the inker. Alex Sinclair colors. Chris Eliopoulos the letterer. Okay. This is on that nice paper. I've said it multiple times. I like the Vertigo trade just come out on. Okay, this would be our Skull and Bots story. Yes, Skull and Bots by B. Claymore. Written art and color by Paul McCaffrey. Lettering by Rob Lay. Assistant editor Kate Stewart. Joey Calaveri. These are usually pretty nice looking comics. Knife Fight, Matt Kent, writer. Paul Scherberger, penciler. Dan Green, inker. Thomas Chu, colors. Rob Lay, letterer. Bombshells collection. I haven't been looking at the ads that much of this. I like the art. I'm going to have to sit down and read this. This is going to go in the bathroom being toilet reading. Alright. This is the one when I flipped through it. I have flipped through it since I got it. I was like, oh shit. Well, we got Joker. Look at this. John Accardi. Okay, writer. Richard fucking Corbin in its color. Yeah, and it's slightly oversized. Look at this. I didn't realize this was in here. I don't have this as far as I know. So this right here is worth the $4.98 because they say it's $4.99 or $5 on the cover. They're $4.98 what they ring up at Walmart. And then this art, I don't know who this is. I'll have to look at. Okay, Paul Winslet. James Robinson wrote it. Paul Winslet drew it and colored it. Rob Lay's the letterer. Assistant editor Kate Stewart. Joey Calaveri's editor. A lot of pastels. A lot of browns. And this is probably our last story, I bet. The survival mode. J.T. Cruel, writer. Scott Collins, artist. Mike Itier, colors. Rob Lay, letterer. Oh! This is completely different art. Really good art. Who is that? Cool little series. I enjoy these. I like these one-shots they've done. I've been trying to get all the one-shots. Some the like Batman Titans, what was it? Batman Titans, Justice League, and Superman. I quit those fairly quick. Swamp Thing I kept up with. This one, if it continued, I like the art. I probably would have kept up with the Ghost one. You know, it's the oddball ones. They had Animal Man was in Swamp Thing. These are fun. Hopefully, some kids got in the comics this way. And eventually, if DC doesn't reprint these sorts of other things, these might end up becoming collectibles in the future. Because you ain't gonna. It was hard to find. This is the only copy my store had. It's hard, and only at Walmart, and they're fucking hard to find mint copies. Mine are up by the front by the self checkouts where the trading cards and all that shit is. I don't know. Every store seems to be different, but anybody else read the war comics back in the 70s? I know they're kind of falling out of vogue, and by like most. It's weird. Most of the kids my generation didn't read those because they weren't reading comics that much in the 70s. They started reading comics when they got in their teens. I was reading them younger, and they read G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe was like kind of our war, or like your preteens, kind of our war comic. I'd already read Sergeant Rock, and I even had some of the Charlton stuff, fighting Marines and Army Attack and all that stuff. All right, I'm out. I'm just rambling. Laters.